on this episode of the Windward Sailor. On this trip, we do a round trip from Harrington Harbor North to Annapolis, St. Michael's, and back. Encountered some heavy weather along the way, some rain, tried to catch the sights as best we could, but we'll try to do this again some other time when the weather's better. I'm your host, the Windward Sailor. Come aboard with us, the 70 Seas. Experience the bay through our eyes. During our passage north to Annapolis, we were head to wind almost the entire time. There was a northeasterly coming from the bridge, and if we tried pulling out the sails, little way would have been made. But we did manage to pull out the Genoa just past Thomas Point. Even to that extent, it was only for maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and we had a time to keep. Still fun though. But we will have more footage as the passage goes on. This is us coming into the ever-famous Ego Alley. Very busy, lots of commercial traffic and smaller vessels. Water taxis, plus the patrons of the restaurants there on the shore to watch every and everything. The next morning, we got up early, didn't waste any time, got out of Annapolis, got the sails up, and before you knew it, we were right past Thomas Point. Winds are great, still coming from the bridge, ideal conditions. We had the sails up, generating plenty of power. We average about 6.5 knots, entire way down to Bloody Bar Point. All told, it took us about 5 hours and 20 minutes to get to St. Michael's. It's a great trip. arrived at St. Michael's early evening, and by then the winds had started building. This would continue throughout the night into Sunday. Stayed at the Harbor Inn Marina. It's a beautiful marina, very nice facility. Dockside services or the marina staff were very nice and helpful in getting us in. Slip was great, although it is a little pricey. And if we come back to St. Michael's, or when we come back to St. Michael's, we'll probably find another marina. But still, it was nice. On Sunday morning, we were pretty tired because we hadn't slept very well, so we had some time to kill, and we went to town and had some breakfast at the gallery. Great place, great staff. Can't recommend it enough. Won't be back. Had a wonderful breakfast, really hit the spot. Then we toured the main street. Really a beautiful place, very quaint. Full of history. I love history, so if you're a history buff like me, St. Michael's is the place. Took a walk down to the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum. Conditions were better, we would have looked at it more. They were open and very reasonable, very friendly. Due to the wind, we actually delayed our departure. We didn't actually leave till around noon. You can see the flag blowing pretty stiff. It's gusting up to about 25 at this point in the day. Way back was pretty rough, but it was still manageable. As a two-man crew, we had to take some precautions. When we left St. Michael's, we went northeast, northeast, and by the time we rounded Tillman Island Point, that's when we got the Genoa out. We were originally going to put the mainsail up, but it was just too complicated, and it was just much easier to put the Genoa out, which would give us just as much power in these strong conditions. We didn't actually start filming anything until we were across the bay and into Herring Bay. But you can see the conditions that were there are much stronger on the way across. Well within our limits, got the boat surfing, stayed safe, kept on a good beam to broad reach almost the entire way across. Made great time. Saw speeds between 7 to upwards of 8 knots. For our boat, that's pretty fast. Our water line is only 30 feet, so it's pretty good. Some of our other neighbors coming into the bay. Herring Bay, that should be. Gives you a sense of some of the conditions that we had and where we came from. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.